a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Blue skies, feel the wind beneath you as you fly.
All right, YouTube, we are back with the next step in this process. I got a little break in between the sessions, so I'm going to get this part done. Peradventure, I can get it to dry by the time I come back. Go back. Alright, I'm sorry I had to. Alright, YouTube, so I'm back, and the second coat of paint is dry, and I'm looking at it, and yeah, sure enough, it does level out. I don't see streaks at all, just a little pooling down here on the edge, which is perfectly okay, I think. So the next step is to mix up the polygloss along with, I probably shouldn't be shaking it, right? The polygloss along with the catalyst. Yep. And get on with the final step. I'm going to dry this out. From the other processes. Out. Okay, so we're going to put a full ounce of the polygloss. We're going to put a full ounce of the polygloss into this measuring cup right here, and then we'll add the one. Okay, so when you're mixing the polygloss and the catalyst, for every full ounce of the polygloss, you want to do 1 milliliter of the catalyst. So the syringe is a 3 milliliter syringe, but we only need 1 milliliter of catalyst for 1 ounce of polygloss. Okay, my dog just ran in the house from being outside. She likes to sit out on the patio. Okay, that's about 1 ounce. It's a little bit more than what I need, but I'm gonna go with that. And then we just inject it into the polygloss. I'm gonna set that off over to the side so I can clean it out when I'm done. Put this and that away because we are done with that. And then I think I could successfully stir this in here without wasting it, but I don't trust myself. So I'm just going to pour it into my larger cup. And what I had said I was going to do, so I wouldn't have to do this, is I was going to find a 1 ounce syringe or something so that I could draw it up. I think I might have one. Because you know, when you do the the ink with printers, I have quite a few syringes from buying refillable ink for printers, and I think I'm going to check and see if they are the equivalent of 1 ounce, and if they are, then I can just extract the polygloss into a syringe at 1 ounce and then do the catalyst as well through the syringe that they provide, and that way I don't have to use so many different containers. Alright, that seems to be very well mixed. I'm using my good brush again. It's still a little damp from earlier, but since the lady used the wet brush, when she mixed her stuff up, I'm sure that that's not a big deal. Okay, so that seems pretty good. Now once I put this on here, and I let it air dry for a while, once it's dry, then it has to go on the heat press and cook by itself without your image for 12 minutes. And then am I out of focus again? Okay. So as I was saying, in the video, her brush was damp as well because she used some water to cut out the strands. I think that that's pretty well mixed. I'm going to set that off to the side. And then, should I turn my light on? Does that help any? Or does it make it worse? I don't know. But at any cost, I just want to make sure you can see. So that's all mixed up, and I'm going to just pour some on. I'm not going to pour the entire amount for right now. Did she do one coat of this or two? I'm going to have to go back on the video and check and see if she had done one coat of the clear, or was it two? One in each direction. But, and again, I'm using a canvas, and in the video from the company, she was doing a piece of birch wood. I'm thinking this is gonna work out because it is looking really good so far. And I'm telling you, this is a game changer when it comes to having to buy. You know, you can buy those, what do they call, Lumalux or Duralux or some kind of Lux panels, aluminum panels. But if you can purchase some aluminum from your hardware store and use this process, I mean, boy, the money you'll save just doing that. You know, so I don't know. I think I might mix up another batch of this and give my wood, which I'm going to show you the piece of wood that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I think I'm going to give that a go to see how it's going to look untreated. I mean, without the white, because that's probably how I want this to have a nice full coating on it, which is why I may go ahead and use the entire 1 ounce. I probably don't need to do that, but I want to see if that's going to give me the best coating. This seems to dry kind of quickly, but it could just be because I don't have a whole lot on my surface. But right now I'm going all in kind of different directions, just trying to get it on there, but I'm going to smooth it out once my brush glides over the surface fairly easily, and that will kind of let me know I have it all over the surface. Hopefully this is self-leveling like the paint was. I'm just going to scrape that off the brush back into the... This stuff smells weird. Alrighty. Put this cell right here. Can use. Oh, that looks good, y'all. That looks really good. Yes, it does. This is gonna be a game changer. Okay. All right. Now I think that I'm going to pick this up and find somewhere to put it because I have that wood. Let me see, where is there a free spot? Okay, I see somewhere that I can put it where it'll be able to be undisturbed. And dry off. Okay. I'm having this set up on top of a can. And it's just gonna sit up there. And then I have this piece of wood that I am not going to coat with paint, but I'm going to leave it natural. And then I'm going to just see, because I have a little bit left over. And then I'm just going to see how this turns out. Hobby Lobby tends to run their sales for a little while. These were 40% off, I want to say. And I think this was $12.99. I think I paid $7 or something. I probably should make sure the surface is clean first. Technically. And then let's just pour this right straight on there and allow that wood to suck it up. And if I have to mix some more, then I surely will. I'm sure it's going to need another coat, but that's okay. I'm going to get this coat on there. Okay. This section down here can use a little more. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave that like that. Looks okay. I'm gonna let that dry. It's not gonna take as long as the canvas did. But then I'm gonna come back a little later and put another coat. You know what? Let's just go ahead and whip up another batch right now and just do that right now. And then it will still get another coat later on. Because I think you want to do at least 2 coats if my memory of the video serves me correctly. It was a 2-coat process. Okay. Okay. I am really liking this so far. And I haven't totally made anything yet, but I mean I have. You saw. Oh, I keep saying you saw. That's because I recorded a video already, but I wasn't pleased with the way it turned out, so I started over. But I did do this already on a process. I made the gentleman who was ordering. Let me show you. This is the image that I made for him. He attended a Black Lives Matter rally here in New Jersey, and he had asked me to make him a picture. So this is what I came up with. And I already did a small version of this to a canvas. So I know that the technique and the process works and it comes out good. The canvas I did was an 8x10, and what he's going to get is that 14x18 that you saw that we just did on that process. This I am going to attempt to do something. I'm not sure for whom or for what, but I'm going to do something with it. All right, and this starts out cloudy when you're mixing it together, and I think by the time that you're really done, it's a little bit clear. It's not as cloudy as when you first start stirring it, and it looks like it's clearing up even more. It's not super cloudy because the catalyst, I mean the stuff is cloudy itself, but it's a little clearer than when I originally started mixing it. Okay, so that's mixed pretty good. Let's just get some. And if I have some left, I do have a couple 8x10 canvases, but this has a long pot life. So on the technical side, I could leave it and cover it up. I covered it up with plastic saran wrap when I did it on the 8x10, and I covered with the 1 ounce. I was able to fully cover 3 8x10 frames, 3 8x10 canvases. And they did have the paint mixed in with it, so of course it wasn't absorbing as much in one pass as this wood is obviously going to absorb. The wood is going to pull in more of the mix, but if it works, when I design whatever I'm going to design for it, although I have the mixture all the way out to the ends of the wood, I'm only going to make my design fit within the white section of the wood. I don't want to try to print any ink to the edges. I don't see that as being a good idea. And I got to remember to drag my brush all the way off the edge of this, so that I'm making sure to cover edge to edge. And I'm just for good measure going to come back down this way so that I can be sure. The only problem with that is the pooling of the liquid on the edges, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Okay, that looks pretty even. Over here looks a little super wet. Okay, it's always on the edge that looks like there's missing liquid. Okay, I think I'm happy with how that looks so far. All right, and then I'm going to move this one over. I don't have a whole bunch of open, oops, chipping off my wood. I don't have a whole bunch of open space in my craft space right now, because like I said, we're under construction, so there's stuff everywhere. Let me see. That frame over there, I'm definitely going to treat with some white. I have another 8x10 canvas right here, right quick. I can probably do something on. Let me just, this is from the Dollar Tree, and this is the size canvas that I did my original test on. That worked out really good. Okay. So I'm not going to repaint this white. I'm just going to go in with the polygloss right here. And even if I don't make this a photo, maybe I'll do like a Bible verse or something with some flowers and see how that works out. So this would only need 2 coats of the poly acrylic. I'm going to lift it up because I'm picking up the shards of paint of wood chips onto the canvas. And I'm going to try to get that out of there. Okay. So I think that that's covered. I'm really close to the camera. I apologize. It's just a process video. I really am not looking for perfection, and I really hope you guys aren't either, because we just want to, we want to have quality video, but at the same time we just really want to see the process. And as I get my workspace sorted out. Yeah, that looks good. And I still have quite a bit left inside the cup. So what shall I do? What shall I do? Oh, you know what? Look at God. Where is my paddles? I see the little ones right here. These I purchased. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on these ones. I have a longer one. It's really somewhere right here. I see it in my reach. I had attempted to, I'm not going to sublimate on the edges, but since I'm here, I had attempted to do this with the what do you call that paper? Laminating sheets. And I covered the board with the laminating sheets, and because I only had short ones, it didn't, I didn't get it to go from edge to edge. But so I'm just going to coat these with that since I have some left over. And I'll figure out what I'm going to make in the end. So that's one coat, and I'll give them a second coat shortly. But since I think that long one, I already applied the laminating sheets too. It stuck onto it, and I did it in my swing away heat press, which is small, so I did it in stages. It did seal the paper to it, but I didn't put an image on it because it has the creases from in the middle of the paper. So I was like, well, I'm not a perfectionist, but I don't want to do something halfway and make it look ugly either. So I think I just left it at that. Okay. I'm dripping now. That's a little bit too much. Yeah, getting kind of messy here. I can see that this will need a few coats. Okay, so we got those. Oops. Get out of there. Okay. Alright, now I still need something. Let me show you the big one. I don't even know if I'll be able to take it off. So this is the big one that I coated with laminating sheet. I don't even know if you could take it off. Oh, you could. Okay. Let me pull that off. It can come right off, seems like. Made the wood a little ugly. You know what? I may come back in the next video and then treat this one with the white just to give it a better tooth, because pulling this paper off of it is lifting up the surface portion of it, and so I'm probably gonna have, yeah, it'll be better to paint it with the pink. Alright, so we'll just leave it at that for right now. We'll come back when it's all of the stuff is dry and we are able to go ahead with the next process. I'm not going to do the heating it on the heat press on camera because that's a 12-minute process. But I will come back when I'm ready to put my actual image onto the canvas after I've cooked it under the heat press for 12 minutes. And then I will have applied the next coat of resin, Dyepress to these boards here that you see laid before you. Alright, so join me for the next section.